Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this Woven Heart Wisdom teaching and transmission that I have titled The Breath Between Us. Long before I understood what was happening, I knew something that my mind could not yet articulate. I knew that breath was not just movement of air through my body. I knew that breath was the breath of spirit, breathing life through me. To me, that breath felt like prayer. Not prayer as spoken words to a distant God, but prayer as a presence. Prayer as communion. Prayer as the most intimate conversation between my soul and the divine. I did not understand what was happening, but my nervous system knew. My heart knew. My soul knew. This is inner gnosis. This is the knowing that comes from within before the mind understands. Because breath is the sacred technology that will open you up to everything else. Breath is the bridge. Breath is the prayer. Breath is the way home. So right now, in this very moment with me, you're breathing. But here's what most people don't understand. You are not breathing yourself. Spirit is breathing you. Your nervous system is breathing without your conscious effort. Your heart is beating without your intention. Your body is alive because Spirit's breath is moving through you in every single moment. This has been true since the moment you were born. You have never been separate from Spirit's breath for even one moment. But most of us live our entire lives unconscious to this truth. We think we are breathing. We think we are separate. We think we are alone. And so we live in fear. We live in protection. We live in the illusion of separation. But when you become conscious of this breath, when you notice it, when you feel it, when you remember it, something miraculous happens. You are no longer a separate being trying to survive in an indifferent universe. You are a sacred vessel through which the divine is breathing itself into existence. You are not separate from Spirit. You are Spirit, breathing itself through a human form. This is the first recognition. This is the foundation of everything. Most people think prayer is something you do with words. You kneel, you speak, you ask for something. But this is not the deepest prayer. The deepest prayer is something you are, not something you do. Prayer is presence. Prayer is openness. Prayer is the willingness to be a channel for the divine. And breath is the technology of prayer. When you breathe consciously, when you feel the breath moving in through your nostrils, down through your throat, into your heart, and deep into your belly, you are in prayer. You are not saying words. You are being the prayer. Just take a breath with me. Be that. You are saying with your entire nervous system, I am here. I am present. I am open to the divine. And the divine is answering, saying, I am here. I am breathing you. I am loving you. And I am moving through you. This is the sacred reciprocity of breath. This is prayer made real. This is communion. When you understand this, when you truly understand that your breath is prayer, your entire relationship to breathing changes. You stop taking your breath for granted, and you start honoring it. You start recognizing it as the most sacred conversation you can have. Every breath is a prayer. Every breath is a homecoming. Every breath is the divine loving you. Your nervous system is the bridge between the human and the divine. It is the place where the material and the spiritual meet. It is the technology through which the divine can move into your body and express itself through your form. And breath is the key that activates this bridge. When your nervous system is defended, contracted, protected, the bridge is closed. The divine cannot move through you. Not because the divine is blocked, but because you are not available. But when your nervous system softens, opens, and trusts, the bridge is activated. The divine flows through you like water through a channel, and breath is what softens the nervous system. When you breathe consciously, when you slow down your breath, when you deepen your breath, when you feel your breath moving through your entire body, your nervous system receives a message saying, you are safe, you are held, you can open. And in that opening, the divine moves through you. Your heart opens, your frequency rises, your presence becomes tangible. You move from protection to presence, from fear to love, from separation to unity. This is not metaphorical. This is neurological. This is the actual technology of how the nervous system works. Breath is the bridge, and you are the one who walks across it. Breath is not one-directional. It is not just you breathing in and breathing out. It is a sacred reciprocity. It is a weaving. When you breathe in, you are receiving Spirit's breath. You are saying, I am open. I am ready. I receive you. And Spirit is breathing into you. And she is filling you with her presence, her love, and her frequency. And when you breathe out, you are offering your presence back to the divine. You are saying, I am here. I am grateful, and I give myself to you. And Spirit is receiving your offering. She's taking your love, your presence, your gratitude, and weaving it into the fabric of creation. This is the sacred reciprocity. This is the dance between the human and the divine. You are not separate from Spirit. You are in constant communion with her. You are breathing her in, and she is breathing you out into the world. When you understand this, when you truly feel this reciprocity in your nervous system, you begin to understand your own sacred power. You are not powerless, you are not separate, and you are not alone. You are a co-creator with the divine. You are the divine breathing itself into existence through your form. Every breath is an act of co-creation. Every breath is a weaving. Every breath is the sacred reciprocity between you and Spirit. Let me return to the most fundamental truth. You are not breathing. Spirit is breathing you. This is not a poetic metaphor. This is the actual truth of what is happening in your body right now. Your lungs are not your lungs. They are Spirit's lungs, breathing through your form. Your heart is not your heart. It is Spirit's heart, breathing through your body. Your nervous system is not your nervous system. It is Spirit's nervous system, feeling through your being. You are not a separate entity, trying to breathe yourself into existence. You are a sacred vessel through which Spirit is breathing herself into existence. And when you remember this, when you truly remember this, everything changes. You stop trying to control your breath. You stop trying to force your life. You stop trying to survive on your own. You simply surrender. You simply open. You simply allow Spirit to breathe you. And in that surrender, you find the deepest peace. You find the deepest safety. You find the deepest love. Because you are not alone. You have never been alone. Spirit has been breathing you since before you were born, and she will continue to breathe you until the moment you return home. This is the truth of breath. This is the truth of your existence. Now I want to speak to you about why breath is so important for remembrance. Remembrance is not about learning something new. It is about remembering something you have always known. Your soul knows the truth. Your nervous system knows the truth. Your heart knows the truth. But your mind has forgotten. Your mind has been conditioned to believe in separation, in fear, in powerlessness. And so you live in the illusion of separation, even though your soul knows the truth. Breath is the technology that bridges this gap. Breath is what helps your mind remember what your soul has never forgotten. When you breathe consciously, when you feel that breath moving through your body, you are activating your nervous system's capacity to remember. You are saying to your body, it is safe for you to remember. It is safe to know the truth. It is safe to feel the divine moving through you. And your nervous system begins to soften. Your defenses begin to lower. Your heart begins to open. And in that opening, the remembrance happens. Not as an intellectual understanding, but as a felt sense in your entire being. You remember, I am not separate. I am held. I am loved. I am the divine breathing myself into existence. This is why breath is so sacred. This is why breath is the foundation of all spiritual practice. Breath is the technology of remembrance. Breath is the way home. Now I would love to share with you my own personal experience with breath as prayer. So for years I did not have language for what was happening. I did not understand the spiritual framework, but I only knew that when I breathed consciously, when I felt that breath moving through my body, something in me shifted. I felt held, I felt loved, and I felt connected to something vast and infinite. And that feeling felt like prayer to me. It felt like communion. It felt like the most intimate conversation with the divine. I did not know back then that this is what they call pranayama, breath work, or any other spiritual term that is used. I only knew that my breath felt like prayer, and that breath felt like home. So over the years, I have deepened my understanding. I have come to recognize what was happening. My nervous system was remembering. My heart was opening. My soul was waking up. And breath was the technology that made all of this possible. Now, when I breathe consciously, I know exactly what is happening. Spirit is breathing me. I am in prayer. I am in communion. And I am home. And this knowing has transformed my entire life. It has changed how I move through the world. It has changed how I relate to others. It has changed how I understand my own purpose. But when you know that Spirit is breathing you, when you truly know this, you stop living in fear. You stop trying to control everything. You stop trying to survive on your own. You simply breathe. You simply open. And you simply allow the divine to move through you. And in that simplicity, you find everything you've been searching for. So, beloved, I invite you now to remember, you are not breathing. Spirit is breathing you. Your breath is prayer. Your presence is communion. Feel that breath moving through you. Feel the divine moving through you. Notice how your nervous system softens when you breathe consciously. Notice how your heart opens when you feel the reciprocity of breath. Notice how your frequency rises when you remember, I am not alone. I am held and I am loved. This is the sacred technology of breath. This is the way home, and it is always available to you in every single moment, in every single breath. You never have to do anything special. You do not have to become enlightened. You do not have to earn this. You only have to remember. You only have to breathe. You only have to open, and Spirit will do the rest. So, beloved, as we close this teaching, I want to leave you with this. Breath is not something you do. Breath is something you are. You are the breath of Spirit moving through human form. You are the prayer that the divine is speaking. You are the sacred reciprocity between the human and the divine. Feel this, trust this, become this, and know that you are never alone. Spirit is breathing you, the divine is loving you, and you are always home.